Alright guys, such comic again today. Hope you're doing well and enjoying your day so far. Big drama continuing last night. Shotzzy revealing his thoughts on the new Falcons roster, the way that Cellium and Exxon are going to communicate. He does not think it's going to go especially well, echoing the thoughts that Scump gave just a couple of days ago. But also some big drama when it comes to a retirement tier list that started to do the rounds. Nate not especially happy with where he was placed on the list, among other drama too. Very much into your thoughts in the comments. Hit the like button if you enjoy. Subscribe if you're new as always. I greatly appreciate it. This is a pretty cool list. These are the two-time world champions in COD. Not the 3 times, right? So there's no Clayster here, there's no Crimsix here, there is no Karma here, but the rest of the guys are no Shotzzy here either, of course, as we now know. So these are the two-time world champions. Simp, aBeZy, of course, they won it in 2019 and 2021, had a couple of other chances since they never happened. Dashy's now won it back-to-back the last couple of years. Aches won it in 2000s, and of course 14 for Ghost and 2018 for World War II. Kenny got his first in 2022, and then he won a couple of years ago as well, last year as well. aBeZy won in 2018 and in 2016. JCap won in 2015, 2016. Arcetes in 2019, 2021, and Huke, of course, in 2020. And then very recently indeed, JCap says probably me. Dashy says probably me. That's also a pretty good pick. Can't go wrong with any 2 times, he says. So, but like Dashy's record is pretty remarkable because, say, you look down this list, there's few players that have ever won it back-to-back. We just went through lots of these guys. JCap won it back-to-back, 2015, 2016, the Jetpack era. Nearly won it in 2017, as we know, made the grand finals. I wonder if there could be a story repeating there. Not that JCap and Dashy are especially similar players, but it would be an interesting timeline, right? Because, you know, Dashy's now a back-to-back world champion, as is Shotzzy, of course, but Dashy's won his only two, as back-to-back titles. When JCap did that, he then made the finals the following year and had a bit of a stinker. Not to say that's going to happen to Dashy, of course, but, you know, if OpTic, you know, make the grand finals again at Champs, it's an unbelievable accomplishment, let's say, for them to manage to go back-to-back-to-back in Champs grand finals appearances. And their record in Champs Grand Final, certainly Shotzy's record, is rather good as we know. Now, speaking of OpTic, there was talk about Challengers, whether they could run a Challengers team. I'll share this clip for you guys, and then you can try and figure out whether they're being serious or not.
Anyway.
It's cool to see them get in. Yeah, we should have a Challengers team next year.
Uh-huh. The right way, though.
Yeah, of course.
Can't be the way that Zinni wanted to do it, or the way that Hitch wanted to do it, or the way that Maniac wanted to do it. It's got to be the way that I want to do it.
Because then we have something to root for throughout the week.
That's
like,
right.
They're playing Challengers Cups and
you're gonna have to coach a little bit. You have to give them some pointers.
Oh, I'm so down. Yeah, that'd be fun.
You, Zin, Bose, me.
Yeah, no, I mean we can't be trolly about it though. We actually gotta like try to help them out.
Okay, then you guys do it.
Yeah.
No,
but like no, y'all can be in there.
Of course.
But if we're talking about some shit, y'all can't be making.
Well, I'm paying for the fucking team.
I mean, yeah, you can do whatever the hell you want.
That's right. You know what I'm saying? I can play if I fucking want to.
Let's not go crazy.
Not too crazy.
To me, they don't sound especially serious about making an OpTic Nation team or some sort of Challengers team happen. We know that they've talked about it before, but Hex has been pretty clear that unless it makes sense, unless the CDL do something to change the way that Tier 2 is run that makes it make sense, then maybe not. But could it make sense for OpTic to have a Challengers team that they can watch party and make content around at the start of the season, especially if it's, I don't know, like a couple of the Halo guys? I wouldn't say that's impossible. Someone like Legend, for example, currently playing for the OpTic Halo team, he wants to transition to COD. I'm sure teams are interested in him, but does he want to join Ravens, even if they want him? Probably not, right? Like, I think if I'm Legend, I'd much prefer to play Challengers, show that I'm that guy, and then get picked up. And if I'm not that guy, then it is what it is. But if I am that guy, then it's probably better off doing that. And if OpTic had a Challengers team featuring Legend and some others, it could be an interesting possibility. Scump on the coach, but I don't really think that, at least, you know, maybe they're serious about it, but for now, I think it's very much something that is further down the line. Now, we also had this drama that emerged over the last couple of days, a retired pro player tier list. So this is the Unc tier list, and Attach, Aches, Looney, and Nameless kind of put this together, which definitely has some inspiration on where the players ended up landing, because, of course, if you are a player who's making the list, you're probably going to lean to put yourself a little bit higher than you would otherwise. It's a crazy list, actually. I mean, some of the faces and the names on here, like some of these guys I'm not even like 100% familiar with. Like, I think this in the cursed jersey is Liar, maybe. But there's so many other like legendary names and players on here. Like, is that Diabolic from back in the day, D tier? I don't know if D tier is fair for Diabolic. That guy was a shooter back in the day. But anyway, the S tier is pretty clear, right? We've got Kremp, Scump, Karma, Clay, Formal, Eggs, JCap, aBeZy, TP, and Octane. Is that fair? Would you drop anyone down? You know, how are you looking at it? Are you looking at it from the perspective of like an all-time list or whatever? So it's all pretty controversial. Now, one of the controversial things was where Looney came into play because, well, as we'll see in a second, Nadeshot's not so convinced that Looney deserves to be up there in the A tier. Now, to be fair, was Looney the most individually talented player ever? No. Did he have a 1v5 in Black Ops 4? Yes. And did he actually win a lot? Like, the years that Looney competed, he won actually a lot. And I think that maybe Looney gets a little bit overlooked just because he was obviously famously on that Rise Nation team, was slacked in Classic and Octane. And, you know, he was the in-game leader, but he was considered to be the weakest link. But pretty much every team that Looney was part of as a player was at least at some point relatively competitive. So I think, okay, maybe A tier could be a bit of a stretch, especially when, you know, we got Doug down in the B tier, and then Nadeshot's in the B tier as well. Nameless is in the B tier, etc., etc. I think Studdy wasn't very happy because here he is down in the C tier next to Major Maniac. We got Chino, we got Methods, we got, you know, is that Wheats, right? Obviously Muddy B's here, Mad Cat, like, wow, what a legendary list of players. We got Trey here in the C tier as well. But yeah, there were some controversial picks here. Whether this is a good list or a bad list, of course, is a matter for debate, but Nadeshot definitely feels like he should be somewhat higher than the B tier, and, well, this is what they have to say about it.
All right, well, if I'm right there...
Jay does not like that he's in C.
We gotta put... Well, I mean, dude, realistically, Jay, like, what's your career, though?
Wait,
What's your career?
Wait, hold on. Pull up Jay's wiki.
wait, without.
Pull up Jay's wiki, oh God.
So Jay, what happened in Nashville?
Hey, bro, you got a relegation on there, G. I mean...
What happened in Nashville? Buddy's lost to Doug.
Jay got kind of costed in that series.
I got B, which I'll take, but and this ain't no disrespect to these two people. I think me, Slacked, and Looney should be in the same bucket. Maybe Jerry could be higher than me, but me and Danny were like the same player. And I got...
What they put Dan in?
They put Dan in A. I got B. And I love Danny. I played a lot of Valorant with him. This is no disrespect to him, but there's no fucking chance that I'm not either one higher than him or two on the same tier as him. It's fucking insane. That was the only player there that got me where I was like, what the fuck? Who is making this list? What is this?
I put you on the same tier as Dan.
I fucking pray to God. I mean, by the fact that you even had to, like, think about it, though. You're like, I'll put you up there, I guess. I mean, I know Danny was good, but I played against him, bro. I shot against Danny. I was higher than Pac-Man, though. Let's go.
The controversy, though, extends beyond the retired players and also into the current state of roster mania that we have. We've seen some things start to happen over the last couple of days, and Falcons, it doesn't seem, got the team exactly that they wanted. They were talking with Thieves about potentially getting Scrap. There was a lot of money involved in getting that done. They talked about getting Ghosty off Thieves. They weren't very impressed by the asking price that Thieves had, especially because it seems they were willing to sell him for less to the Gentlemates, which we think they have now done. Sib, we saw earlier today, apparently is concerned that Falcons will just sign Scrap next year and kick him out, which is an understandable concern, to be fair. So, but of course for Sib, it's like, well, you know, would I take an absolute bag for a year if they're offering it, or would I take lesser bag on Gentlemates but have a bit more job security? Probably depends on the nature of the bag. If the bag's 4 times as much, you take the bag, but it's almost certainly not. So Scump gave his thoughts on this, let's say, Cellium communication that could come into play, the concerns about Cellium and Xnid really understanding what's going on there at the core and actually putting together a cohesive team environment. Now, Kismet coming in, we think he might be coming in. Very solid player, good communication. I think could be a great partner and asset to that team. I think of the options available, Kiz makes an awful lot of sense, and I think they've made a pretty sensible decision there if that's what they do in general. But is it still the team that they would maybe like to have? Possibly not if it is Pred, Xnid, Cellium, and Kismet as a team of 4. You know, there's obviously some top 6s in there and stuff, but I don't know if Cellium is going to be looking at that thinking, okay, maybe Cell's just thinking, all right, whatever, I'll take the massive bag for a year, and then next year, hopefully we can get, you know, Scrap, or maybe we can, if Xnid isn't that guy. I think Xnid has a lot of positive characteristics as a player. It's just my question is for Xnid, let's say Falcons dropped him, does he get picked up anywhere else? You know, the answer probably is no, right? So I think with that in mind, not to say that Xnid couldn't be a valuable asset, right? Because when you've got 3 absolutely star-studded players around you, you need a player to do an Exnid-like role. But Kismet isn't really, maybe he could be, but Kismet isn't really that star-studded player, right? It's not like they've brought in Sib, right? Or Scrap, for example, or like, I don't know, aBeZy, right? Like, if they'd done that, then you've got like a really strong slaying talent core. Your 4th player can be a guy like Exnid, but maybe, it just feels to me that with Kismet there, Exnid's role is kind of redundant, if you see what I'm saying. Like, I'd prefer to kind of, like, if you've got Kismet, then do you really need Exnid? And that's, I think, why they're having the conversation about Kismet being on the flex, so that Exnid can still kind of do his role and Kismet will try and become like a slaying AR or something and still fill the gaps. It actually might work, but it's just an interesting decision. Shotzzy, though, not so convinced on the other front, because he listens to this famous clip now with Exnid and Cellium joining a call and trying to understand each other. And, Shotzzy has only a couple of words for it, basically, after listening to it. He echoes the opinion that Scump had to be like, okay, yeah, damn, this, it might be cooked for these guys.
Oh my god, they're gonna be teaming together, bro. Look at this shit.
I'm good, and you?
I'm chilling.
What?
I'm chilling.
Add me, I'll send you.
Oh yeah, it's cooked, bro. It's cooked, chat.
It's like
I forgot about that.
That's the round that started late. Watching mid. I want the info P1. I know, but I can't kill him, Paco. I don't. He doesn't need to kill me. I am. I'm saying he's fucking P1, low doubles and top doubles. I call that all 3. I literally promise. I got the earliest info I could have.
Go back.
Is that one not?
I want the info P1. I know, but I can't kill him, Paco. I don't. He doesn't need to kill me. I am. I'm saying he's fucking P1, low doubles and top doubles. I call that all 3. I literally promise. I got the earliest info I could have.
Go back.
Oh no, they were breaking down! They were fucking breaking down! It's chalked! The team was chalked! It's over with!
I am. I'm saying he's fucking P1, low doubles and top doubles. I call that all 3. I literally promise. I got the...
That other clip there was from the LA Thieves, from their new 0 to 100 docuseries, and it's a pretty fascinating clip, this actually. People are looking at this saying that this was the moment that the team was destined to blow it up. I don't know how, let's say realistic that is, because there were rumours that Thieves were going to stick it together, right? The players wanted to stick, and then the team told them no, and then the players are like, oh, okay. And when I say the players, obviously I mean Scrap and HyDra, right? Because those are the guys that make the decisions and call the shots. But it was pretty interesting because HyDra wasn't happy about what happened, and Ghosty basically chimed up and said, look, I did calm that out. That is what I said. So, look, is Ghosty wrong? Maybe not, right? Maybe he's absolutely bang on, but I think maybe this is a little bit indicative of what's going on. Like, HyDra clearly doesn't care, does he, right? Like, I think that's the read. Like, Ghosty's saying what he wants, but HyDra's not even making eye contact. He doesn't even, he's not bothered about, what Ghosty's had to say there. People are reading into it and being like, oh, well, this is why Ghosty keeps getting dropped, because he's like annoying or whatever. But I don't know, Ghosty might have been right. Just this could be a boil over of circumstances, and of course, understandably so. After a result like this out of the Esports World Cup, of course, far from going to plan. But yeah, it would have been a surprise after back-to-back results that Thieves had for them to keep it together, right, and not make a roster change as they eventually decided to do. I still think Ghosty's a great player. I think he's got a bright future ahead of him. I actually think that both Ghosty and Envoy have been slightly underrated, I think, by the community this season, just because of the roles that they were playing for the Thieves roster and a bit of recency bias. But also, when you consider recency bias when it comes to stuff like this, it's also relevant recency bias, because it was literally Champs and the World Cup, the 2 biggest events. So the recency bias is relevant to some degree. And I don't know, Ghosty beefing with Neptune live on the stage, I don't know if that left a bitter taste in the mouths of some people as well. But very much intrigued to your thoughts on all of this stuff in the comment section below. Hit the like button if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new. Take care. And I'll see you next time.
Sorry, bro. Like, I know.
Mason! Oh, there you go.
There he is.
Bro, he was probably sought the whole time, and he was
Nah,
like,
he
probably went for one more chicken finger.
Nah, he's actually
He went for one more bite. He went for one more bite. He actually went for one more bite.
Yes, I'm literally torching these videos like I'm Rambo Ray right now. Watch this shit. I'm eating this box. I promise I'm eating this.
Nah.
Oh hell no. What am I banning though?